Well, if I were you, I wouldn't believe the media and I would just go check the Joker out. What's up, everybody? Today I'm here to talk about the Joker. So I had the opportunity to watch this movie yesterday, but today I was all day on Comic-Con running around, but now I'm here and I really want to talk about this movie because it has been so controversial. So this is going to be kind of my review. No spoilers here, it's just my overall thoughts, as well as how the media is actually bashing the film in a stupid way. So let me just explain. So before this movie came out, of course, it was released for the press, so there's some press that was able to watch it, and all the people that, most people praised the film, but some people are just saying, oh, it's extremely violent, it's actually advocating violent and blah 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 with the white man and all this type of stuff. And before I even saw the film, in my mind I was like, this is outrageous. This is just like the media being the media again. First and foremost, they're complaining about the violence of this film, right? But I mean, do you know what the Joker is about? I mean, if you know anything about what this character stands for, one of the things is violence. The Joker is a character that has been around, I mean, how long? 80 years, perhaps? It has been around for so long, and he's a character that is a psychopath. He's definitely crazy. He enjoys chaos. He enjoys murdering people. He doesn't really feel bad about it. He's crazy. That is the Joker. Now, I don't know what the media was expecting to see when they went to see this film, because this is what I got when I got out of the film. Now let's talk about this film. This movie is brilliant, and if I were you, I would not believe the media and I would definitely go check this out because the movie is amazing. First and foremost, it is very slow paced, so it's not like an action-packed film, but the performance of Joaquin Phoenix, it's really Oscar worthy, I would say. He was so, I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. I was like, wow. It was like the way that he portrays the laugh, because, you know, one of the things that everyone think about the Joker is, oh my God, you know, each Joker has their own laugh, and the laugh is something that is so iconic, but he created this, I mean, first and foremost, this Joker kind of he laughs every time he's nervous anyway, so it's kind of a condition, and we can see that on the trailer. And he created that beautifully, you know, it's almost like it hurts him when he's laughing too much and he can't stop. And I thought that the laugh was pretty compelling, you know. And on my way out of the theater, actually there were some people like trying to imitate the laugh, and I was like, wow, that was actually pretty good. So anyways, the laugh was amazing. The cinematography of the film is beautiful. It's nicely shot. It's very cinematic. And the one thing that it wasn't extremely violent, you know. Like if you saw John Wick has way more violence and blood and death than you can see in this film. So I honestly don't understand why is the media so upset about this film. So what I can tell you is that you should definitely go check this movie out. It is definitely, you know, everyone was clapping at the very end. The performance is amazing. The score is beautiful. The pacing is great, you know. It is like a 2-hour film, but it doesn't really feel that long. And I think it's also not based on the comics per se. I mean, there's some connections there to Bruce Wayne and what we all know about Batman, but it's not really the story exactly the story that we know from the comics. But I thought that the way they tied everything together, it was pretty brilliant. I was like, wow, this was like, it was really good. The other thing I also enjoyed in this film was the costume. You know, I really like the way, like, a lot of people were talking about his makeup and the way that, you know, but it's all the way he carries himself. Like, he has this sort of like a dance move, and I could just tell that this Joaquin Phoenix really brought his own. Like, this is a completely different Joker than we have ever seen before. It's different than Heath Ledger. It's different than Jack Nicholson. It is different than, you know, the animation, Mark Hamill's voice, for instance. He's completely different than Jared Leto. It is a completely different character. And like I said, I think that the script, the way that the story is told, the way that it was shot, the performance, it's definitely like a character study film. It's really about like this character journey and how society kind of like creates the Joker, you know, which is pretty ironic. But anyways, guys, what I really wanted to talk about, it's like, you shouldn't really pay attention to the media and all this controversy, because it's really like these SJWs, they are just crazy. It's really restraining filmmakers to even create art, you know. I mean, what were they expecting? What were they expecting? That there was no violence, that Joker was not... I don't understand exactly what they want, and it's actually even hard to understand what were they expecting to see in this film. I mean, it is the Joker after all. But I'm reading here from an article that says that the movie has pretty much made a ton of money already. So it's rated R, and it made 234 million worldwide, which is a lot of money. So it's doing very well despite the controversy, and that is because it really shows how the media, you know, and all these critics, they don't really, their word doesn't have that much weight anymore, not the way that it used to be. I think people are relying more like on the audience and score, for instance. It's more like word of mouth, and I think it's really great that people are actually thinking for themselves, you know, let me go watch this film and see what I like about it, not just listening to bad reviews from critics, because seriously, if you really depends on these people, filmmakers cannot create art anymore. It's just create I guess political films or movies about narratives that fits their agenda, and definitely what the absurd things that they were talking about this movie, I didn't see any of that. I don't think that this is advocating violence, because the same way I didn't think John Wick was advocating violence. This is kind of like what do you expect when you go watch this sort of film? I mean, I already knew what to expect when I'm watching a movie about the Joker. You know, I know he is a villain. I know that, and also the other thing that people are complaining is that the movie makes you sympathize with him. And I don't think the movie makes you sympathize with him, but I believe that it really explore the complexity of the character, much like Thanos. Like, you know, when you watch Avengers Endgame, we understand the reasons behind Thanos, why he's doing what he's doing. And this is exactly what this film is doing. It kind of explains why he doesn't care anymore, why he becomes what he becomes. It just adds layers to the characters. Like, another person would not, I mean, the Joker in this movie is someone that has a pretty tragic life. And we can all see that from the trailer as well. It's not a spoiler. But people deal with tragedies in different ways. Like, perhaps a lot of us would not go the same route that he does, because he is insane, you know. But it's not only that he's insane, he also enjoys the insanity and chaos. He delights on it, you know. Like, if he does something that normal people would feel bad about it, for him it's just like he laughs at it. He just thinks it's funny, and that's what the character is, and that's what the director brought to the table. I absolutely think that this is one of the best films of the year so far. I was so glad for DC, because I do love DC. I want DC to succeed, and the audience is definitely not agreeing with the media, which is a great thing. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much my review of the Joker. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will give this movie, let's say, 9.8 out of a 10. You know, no, let's go with a 10. I'll give this movie a 10. I think it was pretty perfect, you know. If I could nitpick on a little things here and there, of course. However, I'm not gonna mention this now because I'm not doing any spoilers on this video. But anyways, if you enjoyed my review, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Bye.